Welcome to our exploration of the lives of the six wives of Henry VIII. Today, we'll delve deeper into their stories, their fates, and their lasting impact on history. Katherine of Aragon was Henry's first wife and originally married to his elder brother Arthur. Following Arthur's untimely death in 1502, Catherine was left a widow at just 16. Henry, who was 5 years her junior, married her in 1509 after he ascended the throne. Catherine was a devoted and pious wife, deeply loved by the English people. Despite multiple pregnancies, she only gave birth to one surviving child, Mary. Henry's desperation for a male heir led him to seek an annulment, which the Pope refused, citing Catherine's earlier marriage to Arthur. This refusal sparked the English Reformation, leading to Henry breaking from the Roman Catholic Church and establishing the Church of England. Catherine was eventually cast aside and lived her remaining years in seclusion, but she remained steadfast in her faith and in her assertion that she was Henry's lawful wife. Anne Boleyn, Henry's second wife, was a lady-in-waiting to Catherine of Aragon and quickly caught the king's eye. Anne was charismatic, educated, and not easily swayed by Henry's advances, insisting on marriage rather than becoming his mistress. After a tumultuous courtship and the dramatic split from the Catholic Church, Henry and Anne married in 1533. Anne promised Henry a son, but she gave birth to Elizabeth, who would later become one of England's greatest monarchs. Anne's failure to produce a male heir, combined with court intrigues and accusations of infidelity, led to her arrest. She was tried and found guilty of adultery, incest, and high treason, leading to her execution by beheading in 1536. Anne's downfall was swift and brutal, but her legacy lived on through her daughter, Elizabeth I. Jane Seymour became Henry's third wife just 11 days after Anne Boleyn's execution. Jane was a gentle and demure woman, quite the opposite of Anne. In 1537, she gave birth to the much-desired male heir, Edward, securing her place in Henry's heart. Tragically, Jane died of postnatal complications just days after Edward's birth. Henry mourned her deeply, considering her his true wife and ensuring he was buried beside her. Jane's brief marriage to Henry produced his only male heir to survive infancy, Edward VI, who would go on to rule England, albeit for a short time. Anne of Cleves was Henry's fourth wife, chosen for political reasons to form an alliance with her brother, the Duke of Cleves. Hans Holbein the Younger was sent to paint Anne's portrait, which greatly pleased Henry. However, upon meeting her in person in 1540, Henry found her unattractive and unsuitable as a wife. The marriage was never consummated and was annulled after just 6 months. Despite this, Anne accepted the situation gracefully and was given a generous settlement, including several estates. She was given the honorary title of the King's beloved sister and maintained a good relationship with Henry and his children. Anne outlived all of Henry's other wives, passing away in 1557. Katherine Howard, Henry's fifth wife and a cousin of Anne Boleyn, was significantly younger than the king. Their marriage in 1540 was marked by Catherine's vivaciousness and Henry's infatuation with her. However, Catherine's past indiscretions and subsequent infidelities while queen led to her downfall. She was accused of treason and adultery and was executed by beheading in 1542, just 2 years after marrying Henry. Her brief and tragic marriage highlighted the dangers of court life and the severe consequences of crossing the king. Finally, we have Catherine Parr, Henry's sixth and last wife. A twice widowed and highly educated woman, Catherine married Henry in 1543. She played a significant role in the intellectual and religious education of Henry's children, particularly Elizabeth and Edward. Catherine was a patron of the arts and an advocate for the Protestant Reformation. She managed to navigate the treacherous political waters of the Tudor court, even narrowly escaping arrest for her Protestant sympathies. Catherine outlived Henry, who died in 1547, and went on to marry Thomas Seymour, Jane Seymour's brother. She died in 1548, shortly after giving birth to her only child, a daughter named Mary. The six wives of Henry VIII each had unique stories and fates, deeply intertwined with the political and religious upheavals of their time. Understanding their lives offers a deeper insight into the challenges of Henry VIII's reign and the history of England. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. See you next time.